Hello and welcome to your Tracklib tutorial. I'm your host Raydar Ellis and we're here at the illustrious Breeding Ground Recording Studios. In this video we're going to get into how to use harmony to get the most out of your beats. And so I have a sample that I picked out from Tracklib. This is from Herman Griffin and the song is called Getting Better. And I'm just going to play a little bit of it and then we'll go under the hood and see how we can make a beat out of this. Chorus. Back to that guitar tag. I heard a lot of great things in this record. The guitar line, the bass line, the horns, all of that stuff. And what's going on? How do we figure out what pieces to use? This song sounds very major. When we're talking major, we're talking about a combination of notes and frequencies that make the tone sound upbeat or happy. You can say this chord, this G major chord, sounds very triumphant. Da-da. The difference between this and a minor sound is when we flat or take a half step down from this middle note, which we call the third. So this is G major, and this note right here in the middle, this third, we're just gonna take it down a half step. It's minor, sounds more dark, more serious, more suspenseful, if you will. And so this is a combination of these tonalities that we're working with inside of this song, Getting Better. I have this song kind of transcribed out a little bit, and we'll take a look at what's going on inside the record and how I took specific chords to create my own version. I'm going to take all of these MIDI notes that I entered and go to score view. And you'll see now what I'm hearing is this song in G major. And so I have it tracked out. Got tabs for the guitar, chords and keys, and a bass line. Just, the core components of what we'll need to get a good sense of this. And then the form would repeat over and over again. So what I did out of all of these chords, the G major, the E minor, the B minor, what else is in there? C major, A minor. Out of all of those, I just took two. I took E minor, and I decided that's going to be my new root. So I just took a section in this song where I felt like this was a good place to choose or to take E minor from. And I chose that because I like what the guitar was doing in conjunction with that. I'm gonna open up my Serato sample, and what I did is chop individual parts of the sample based on the hits. In this sample, we have prominence of a lot of drum work. So I chopped on the drums. I decided E minor is going to be my new tonic or root note. And so when I chopped this, this is what it sounded like. I have a high pass EQ going over this sample. So that's my E minor. Then I added a little bit of a B minor, part of the sample, as a little turnaround for the end of the phrase. So you'll hear from measure 5. Cool. I did a little filter for the bass line as well, which we'll talk about in more detail. Now we have the fullness of the sample. Now this E minor, compared to the G major, whole different vibe to it. This has the aggression that I felt I needed to get out of that beat, versus this, which sounds happier. Let's play it. Let's see what happened. I added some drums. I chose an open hi-hat because I felt it would give a lot of energy to my beat versus a closed hi-hat, which would sound more like a tick, tick, tick. The open hi-hat gives a lot more aggression to the beat. Let's put it all together. Let's take a look at the transcription of the new beat. So here's what I played, or here's what I chopped and how it sounds like it was played. So I just took 2 chords out of all the chords that were in the Herman Griffin record to make this new beat. Once again, here's the Herman Griffin record, the way I flipped it. Now you may notice from looking at my chops that every individual piece of the sample is right up on the transients of the drum. I did this on purpose. You'll see as I let the loop play out past the recording that I did. This is an option that I like to do sometimes because I'm a DJ as well. So depending on how I arrange this for the final version, we may just let this cook. We're right back. That's one of the reasons why I like to chop close to my transients sometimes, because in situations like this, when I let the sample play out, sometimes it'll loop all the way back to the beginning as if it never missed a beat at all. So I have the bass part of my beat using Getting Better. And I felt like I just wanted to add one little piece. I took a sample from a group called Synthesis, a song called Okrosi. I'll play a little bit of the sample. So I just transposed it a little bit and played some parts in. And this is what I did with it. And that's how I use Harmony with Tracklib to make a beat.